your lives feels changed already. All right. When you go in to recruit somebody, I really want you to think about what it is you're trying to do for them. This is not about you. Your mindset must be, I want to change your life. And I don't really want to change it, I want to enhance it. Now, by enhancing it, you will change their life. But your mindset has to be, I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. One of my favorite network marketing slogans from one of the greatest network marketers of all time named Zig Ziglar. What a cool name. I've always wondered what his mother was thinking. Zig Ziglar, he actually passed away earlier this year, had a great line. If you give enough people what they want, you will get what you want. Think about that. If you help enough people find what they want, you will get what you want. Your mindset has to be that you are helping others. You are not sharing with them a business. It is a business, but they don't want a business. They want to change something in their lives. So, you can give them a fish and feed them for a day, or you can teach them to fish and feed them for life. Which would you rather do?
I'd rather them feed their own selves, so I'm going to show them how to fish.
I would rather them feed their own fish and give me some of the fish when they're done. The idea here is you are sharing an opportunity with them. And I really think you need to be thinking about that as the language you're using. It is the opportunity to enhance their life. It is an opportunity to do something to better wherever their position is right now. That whatever got you motivated in Scentsy, got you interested in Scentsy, that wanted to enhance your life. It may not be the same thing, but the ultimate idea is the same. You both want something to enhance your life. And that's how you approach people about it. It's not, do you want to sign up for my team? Do you want to sign my business? Do you want to join? Do you? No, I don't want to join. I want to enhance myself somehow. So when we're doing it, we say what it is. It is an opportunity. That's what we're going to tell them. Now, to do that opportunity, I've got to have a passion for what I'm doing. Something about Scentsy touched my life. I need to share that with you. I need to let you know I'm genuine about it. It's not just, oh wow, I'm making a whole lot of money. Wouldn't you guys like in on that deal too? No, because there are lots of things you can do to make money. Why do you want to do this thing to make money? But if you have a passion and you're genuine in sharing your passion, it will be contagious. Other people will cotton onto it. It will work. The most important thing is you need to find out is you need to understand what other people want out of the business, and mostly you've got to show them how Scentsy is the solution. You've got to talk to them about what is motivating them. How do you do that? Well, the first part seems pretty obvious, but you'd be surprised. You got to ask them. I was an old politician. I'm kind of old here. Anybody remember Tip O'Neill? Right. He was the John Boehner back when Ronald Reagan was president. He was Speaker of the House. Had a great line. He said, not everybody will vote for me. They sure want me to ask them to. Why? Because when you're invited, when you're solicited, when you're asked to do it, people think of it as a compliment. Even if they turn you down, they think, wow, she thought I was really special. She wanted to go into business with me. She wanted to be my business partner. She must think I've got something going on. And even if she doesn't want that opportunity, guess what?
Somebody else does.
She might know somebody else who does. Right? So the sales language is if you can't make a sale, make a friend. If you can't get a recruit, get a referral. But you got to ask them. Now here's some ideas that you can use when you're talking to people about it. First off, be complimentary to them. In case of, You are such a fun person. I would love to work with you. You are so enthusiastic. You would be great at this business. Give them a compliment. Then they'll be more interested to hear what you have. What's the favorite language to a human being? Most favorite word in the entire world to any human being? Their name. They want to hear their name. I'm going to come join the commune here in a minute. They want to know their name. We love being stroked with our egos. Talk to them. I better not say that. Here's one of my favorites. I'm looking to expand my business in your area, and I would love for you to be my partner. Doesn't matter where they live, right? I'm going to expand wherever they are. They can live next door to me. I'm expanding my business next door. They can live, in another country. I'll expand my business to there. But I'm gathering their interest, their desire. Okay? Have you thought about doing this? Of all the people that were at the party, I thought you might be the absolute best at doing this. I could tell that to all of them that were there. Little ideas that you can talk to them about. Tell them your story. Use the story of others. Stories tell, details tell, stories sell. Your story is the most powerful recruiting tool you have. Why? Because it's an emotional, passionate progress of you sharing information. Because it's not about, this is the compensation plan, and you're going to make from 2 to 7% on your downline, and you're going to make from 20 to 39% of the money that you make. Or, this is sending me to New York City on an all-week, paid-long vacation for me and my lovely wife. We're setting on something like you guys want to be involved in. Do you want the romantic getaway, or do you want 2 to 7% from the downline and 20 to 39% from the commissions? Or if I said, I want my wife to be financially independent from me. I don't want her to be dependent on my income. I want her to have her own income. I could die. She needs to be able to take care of her child.
You might die.
Maybe I shouldn't be teaching this recruiting class. You're getting too much power. But that's part of the motivation for us. It's financial stability. What happened yesterday to give you guys an amazing opportunity to recruit people? I sent you all an email about it a week ago. The furloughs. Why? 750,000 federal employees feeling financially insecure that have been told they're going to have to take a day off per week without pay. Yes, that's a 20% pay cut. Maybe they need to replace that with something. But if I'm telling you a story about how Scentsy changed my life or gave me financial freedom, or 2 to 7% from the downline and 20 to 39% from the commissions. That's why stories work so much.
Can I say something even though you're on video? You won't like this, but can I jump in here? Give me that one. Okay. So we're talking about stories, and this just kind of happened today. And Heidi, I'm going to use you for an example.
You can use a microphone now.
Do I need it? Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. Heidi, I'm going to use you for an example.
Put it on mute and everything.
And I'm going to tell you guys my story. And I didn't tell you the time. Since it kind of happened to me as an accident, and it just got going, and I was working for him, and he didn't pay me enough. But Loren had just had a heart attack, literally 2 days after our 20th anniversary. Loren had a heart attack. Well, that
anniversary present.
Yeah, I didn't get my diamond. I was really upset at him. It was inconvenient timing. So, what I realized is, okay, I've quit my job. I was making $64,000 a year. I quit my job to go help him start his own law firm. Now I have no income, and we have no insurance because we'd both left our big jobs. Now I have a daughter, and I have a husband who I'm sure is on death's door. I mean, that's what I believed at the time when your husband has a heart attack. That's how scary it was. So as this started, and I saw it, and I never really got the network marketing opportunity part of it, I thought I can build this and I can make money. Because if he dies, there is no law firm. I don't own it. I can't own a law firm. I'm not a lawyer. There is no business. We're in big trouble here, and I'm going to support my daughter. So I saw Scentsy as a way to secure my future, that I didn't have to go back to a job that I hated. So then Heidi's the only other person that I've kind of felt this way about. As I got to know Heidi in Houston, Heidi was kind of letting her husband run her business for her and do all her deliveries and so I just felt like I needed to say to her husband, and I said, Houston, what if something happens to you? Because I consider your husband to be in a very high-risk opportunity. What does Houston do? He's a police officer. And I'm like, Houston, if something happens to you, Heidi is staying at home with your children. She has got to have a way to support herself. If you're running her business and doing it for her, she's not going to grow like she needs to be able to support herself in the future. So that is what Scentsy was for me. I did not, and I will not ever have to go back to work if something happens to him. I'm pretty sure he's going to live now. It's been 7 years.
I've
But-
ducked an awful lot of stuff since then. I think I'm safe.
But the point is that, you know, I obviously left working as a law firm to run my Scentsy business, but I know now he could leave tomorrow, he could get hit by a bus tomorrow, or he could have a heart attack. I can take care of it's just, that's reality. But I can take care of my daughter, and I can go to bed every night now without laying there in fear that what's going to happen to me and my daughter if something happens to my husband. And so that's what the financial security for me, so.
I think that just means I get a bigger alimony check.
That means I might let you live.
That sounded like a motivation to kill me off there for a minute. I thought I better dissuade that with an alimony check. Now, the point of that story was to tell you there was a need that needed to be filled. You've got to find that need and prevent the solution. You're going to be authentic when you're doing it. When you're talking to people about it, use the KISS method. I saw a great line on this. I always thought that was keep it simple, stupid. I guess that's not Scentsy friendly, because that spring sprint I saw it, keep it simple, sweetie. I'm a guy. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't make it so complicated. I'm a detailed person and I do a lot of details, but I know not everybody wants the details. So I don't need to give you the whole compensation plan when I'm presenting you the opportunity. When you're interested in those numbers, we can sit down and talk about them. I need to be knowledgeable about them, but I don't want to throw up that information on you to start with. You've already seen the emotional part of this. When you're telling your story, right? I'm a trial lawyer by trade. I know selling juries, I've got to get them emotionally invested in the outcome. I want them to like my client. They can love me and they hate my client. They go, yeah, he ain't getting the money she is. I don't want to give her any money. I don't like her. Be emotional when you're talking about it. It's okay. It's the difference between buying something at Walmart where it's just a cattle car come through, how fast can we get you through? Wish they could get through a little faster sometimes. But it's the difference of corporate values versus a relationship value. Don't hype it. Use your upline. When you don't know the answers, somebody else does. It may not even be me. It may be somebody higher up than me. That does occasionally happen. No, I better not say that on video. I know all the answers, yes. Okay. Here's the basic ideas. Who mentions they need cash? Behind on their bills. That's a target. That's an opportunity. That's a prospect. When a friend tells you that another friend of theirs was having some financial difficulty, ding, 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 let the light bulb go off in your head. That's a prospect. Follow up with them. When you do your parties, and you've seen some of this, make your hostess think I can do that. If you make it too complicated, nobody will think that they can do it. They won't think they can duplicate what you've done. So make it simple. Here's a hard one. Offer to give your hostess the party as her launch party. It's a real intellectual hard one to get past. You go, man, I did all this work to get this party, and I had to go through a gazillion phone calls to get somebody to host a party, and I hosted this party, and I spent all this time getting ready, and I coached the hostess, and now she wants to take all my money? Wrong. She wants to sign up. Now, I will tell you this. Offer to let them do that. Personally, I only do it if they're willing to commit to being an active hostess. If they're doing it just because they want 20% of what I got, no, that's not going to work. On the other hand, if they're willing to be involved in the business, I would rather give them that party and have a working recruit. Just like Heidi said, she would rather trade somebody $25 worth of bars for $2,700 worth of orders later. Yeah, I'll make that trade with you. By the way, if anybody would like to do that, I got 6 bars in the car. But sure, I'll make that trade, but I want it to be a good gamble. Not every hostess is a good recruit. Don't be so much, oh man, they want to sign up with me, and they told me recruiting was the greatest thing in the world, and it's the longest lever, and it's how I'm going to make my money. I got to give them my party. Be wise about it. Don't be stingy, but do be wise. Stick a join pamphlet in every order you hand out. You never know who's going to read that later. Can't tell you how many times we've been at a state fair, and it's a really busy booth, and we're putting a lot of orders together, and we're putting a lot of things, we don't have time to chat with everybody all the time like we'd like to at a party. And we're always putting information in their flyers and brochures in the little bags that they're carrying out. Can't tell you how many times 6 months after the state fair somebody's going to call up and go, I've been reading about this, and I've been looking at it online, because they're like me, and they want to know all the information. They go, I want to join up now. Why? Because I gave them some information and I didn't pressure them to start with, but I did share with them the opportunity. When you're doing your parties, talk about the business opportunity. I recommend 3 times, and it's not the full-blown pitch. It's little bitty things when you're talking about what Scentsy can do, and it's $99 to sign up, and it's so easy and fun. And that leads to my favorite of all. Call it the party infomercial. It's the one-line infomercial. You're doing your party and you're saying things like, it's illegal to have this much money get paid for it. I can't believe it's this easy. I get to pick who my coworkers are. That one-line infomercial. Don't try to close everybody at the party. Don't try to sign them up all at the party. Don't leave your party without a recruit. Thank God I failed. Nobody signed up last. I've been out of the room a whole 60 seconds and nobody signed up. It's gonna take time. Network marketing statistics will tell you 6 to 10 contacts with them. In a minute, we're gonna go over some specific details about how to follow up with people. But I want you, this is the penultimate way of recruiting. It is what you ultimately need to do. When you're at a party, you need to get all the contact information, not just those that didn't buy. When somebody tells me no, what does no mean? Not right now. Well, my wife says no.
Just gave me another one, but
I go, it just means not right now. I'll try again next month.
I'm letting it go, Mom.
Create a database. There are some that we have available for you. Who all's on the Facebook chat page with us? All right. I have dropped into files a whole bunch of flyers and handouts. One of those is an Excel spreadsheet already pre-filled out for you, already built, that you can sort. You can put in their name, phone, email, contact, their favorite scent. Why? What do you want to know what their favorite scent is? Or I can mix and match like Heidi did earlier and say, hey, maybe you ought to try this other scent too. Right? I can show you some product knowledge as I'm doing it. And I can, here's the most important one I think, and that is to follow up on every party guest, even those that don't buy. Why do I care about somebody that didn't buy? They didn't buy my product.
Potential.
Maybe down the line they're on a government furlough and they need some money. And maybe if I've been in contact with them, they go, wow, I need money now. Something in my life has changed. My husband had a heart attack. My husband got laid off from his job. The government's going under. Something is changing. It's okay. Be there when they're ready. So be prepared to recruit. Write your story. Practice telling your story. It's not cheating to practice. Do you think I just decided what I was going to say before I got up here? Well, maybe. Practice is not cheating. Stand in front of a mirror and practice telling your story. You should be able to tell your story about what you do and how it's benefited your life in 20 to 30 seconds. I know I get paid by the word, so it takes me a little longer. But you should be able to do it very shortly. Practice it, practice it, practice it. I want you to carry a recruiting packet with you. Here's the ideas of what to put in it. Now this next part is one of my favorites, and that is make it a present. Who's noticed this little bag down here all day? Who's wondered what's in the bag? Why does it look so nice? Why does it look so pretty? Why is it not over with all the rest of them? Why does it stay away? See? Now I'm not very artsy-fartsy like Heidi is. But I put this one together and I went to the store and I did it all myself. Because the bag looked pretty and the bright shiny foil looks simple. I thought, I can do this. All right, I'm going to shut the microphone off here for a second. You know what this is?
A present.
No, it's not a present.
It's an invite.
It's the gift of an opportunity. This is the recruiting packet. That's what this is. What does it have inside? Artsy fartsy paper.
You can make invitations out of that. Don't ruin it.
He doesn't. He throws a gift in a gift bag.
All right, so what do I have inside? I have a little handwritten card. On the front of it, I just wrote on the envelope, but I'd fill in somebody's name during the party. And on the front of it, it says, "It was so nice to meet you today. I have every confidence you can achieve your dreams." On the inside, there's a little card. I would suggest buying one that's a little prettier than that. But it says, "Dreams without action are just wishes." Say that again. Dreams without actions are just wishes. Guess what else is in here? A present. And what's in the present? It's the
Artsy fartsy paper.
artsy fartsy paper. And guess what? A little stone that says dream. We sensing a theme here, maybe a little bit? What else is inside?
That's how I act at home too. That's why my house is a mess.
I'm on video and I'd get sworn under oath if I said something different. Guess what? The recruiting packet inside. Now, would you rather see the present, or would you rather me hand you this and say, "Would you like to join my team? Would you read this information and please join my team? I'll call you next week." What's inside? Discover Scentsy Video. Why? Because stories tell and stories sell and details tell. This is all stories. Very little detail in here. It's all stories. How much money can I make? You want to hear me talk about the compensation plan? This is what you're going to see. It's just a little one-shot page. It says, how much can I earn? Hold one party a week, earn $500 per month. Hold 2 parties per week, earn $1,200 per month. Develop 6-figure income with leadership potential if you desire. That's what you hear about the compensation plan to start with. Keep it simple, sweetie. That's simple. Stories. Guess what? It's Sherri's story. Straight off the website. One of my favorite consultants, superstar director named Becca Levi. This is her story. Superstar director, tremendously successful, wonderful person. Guess how big her hometown is? 600 people.
Did you guys just pick up though that I'm not his favorite consultant? Does anybody have a problem with that?
No, because he's not gonna be around very long.
I'm making myself replaceable, I'm afraid.
Exactly.
All right, so this is a story. When you're handing these out, you don't really know all the details. Are they from a small town? Are there connections from a small town? Around here, there's lots of small towns. You don't know what mindset you're going to run into. So I'm preempting that. I'm jumping over that objection, and I'm showing them how to be successful with that from the very beginning. Guess what? Another one of my favorite
She's one of mine too, okay.
consultants, Casey Stevenson, superstar director. Guess what her background was before Scentsy? Do you happen to know this, Sherri? No, I won't put you on the spot for that. Guess what? She worked at the airport as a ground ramper. Know what that means? Slinging bags at the airport was her background. Now she's providing for her family with Scentsy. Why do I include this? Because there's a lot of women in non-traditional jobs. They're not just secretaries that I may be reaching out to. It's easy for women in traditional jobs to see, oh yeah, it's a party, we women do parties. I'm preempting but I don't know anybody outside the women, or I work in a non-traditional workforce objection, right? By the way, how do you tell you what her background was? Non-traditional workplace. That's what I'm reaching out to all at once. Now, I got the join brochure. I got the Want to Sell Scentsy story that you can get on your workstation. Answer the simple questions, basics. Let's see. Do I have to pay for all the rewards or that a hostess gets for having a party? Somebody that's done parties before, that's looked at network marketing, knows paying for the hostess gifts is frequently, most commonly, a large financial commitment on the part of their consultant, director, whatever label they want to use. So somebody that's looked into it before, that's had network marketing in the past, preempt that objection from the very beginning. How much do I have to sell to stay active? Simple, basic questions. And then for the detailed people, I had to put one graph in. I just couldn't help myself. But 30% of the population wants to see this information. I don't want to ignore them completely. So I got one nice fancy chart, shows the graph of how much Scentsy's made and the number of consultants that have been joining over time to show the successful business. And then the 3-brand opportunity. Why do I put this in? This is what differentiates you from every other network marketing company out there. Let me say that again. This is what differentiates you from every network marketing company out there. Every network marketing company has a compensation plan. Every network marketing company says, oh, our compensation plan is the greatest in the world. Let me tell you the truth, they all put between 42 to 46% of their total revenue into the compensation plan. Doesn't matter how you slice and dice it, they're all right in that same little narrow window. They can put it in different language, split the pie up different. It's all the same right there. Being able to have multiple brands and sell multiple brands at once, to have new ground floor opportunities while retaining financial stability from your existing downline, that's what makes this company different right now. So use it, that's your leverage. That is the recruiting packet. Is that better than saying, please join my team? You make 2 to 7% from your downline and 20 to 39% from your commissions. I also do this for another reason. It's a lot less likely to end up stuck with the bills or in a drawer someplace. If I hand you a folder, what are you going to do? You're going to stick it someplace. Hopefully not at me, honey. But the present, I'm going to hand that to you when you leave the party. You're gonna be slinging this paper inside your car before you leave the parking lot because you wanna know what's in there. I'm gonna follow up with you in a day or two, find out if you've got questions, what you thought about it, and I'm just gonna leave that door open. I'm not trying to sign you up right there. What I'm really wanting to do, I'm wanting to get you interested, and I'm wanting to set a meeting with you later. I wanna have coffee with you, have a beer, have a glass of wine, whatever. That's where we're gonna go over the details. I don't have to sign you up at the party. We've talked to you about the stories. Here's some examples of things you should put into building your story when you're practicing in front of the mirror. Go for no. Who uses go for no right now? And here's what I mean when I say go for no. In this business, there's a lot of rejection. You're talking to a lot of people and they're saying no. So think of it this way. Can you get to 100 no's before you get to a yes? In the packet, you've got a sheet. It says go for no on the top, and it's got 100 check marks on it. Make copies of it. See if you can check off all of them before you get somebody to say yes. I'll bet you that the answer is no. You can't get to 100 before somebody will say yes. Find out their why. These are examples of why, things that they may be interested in, and what their why motivations are. When you're talking to somebody and you say, what is it about the Scentsy opportunity that you would like to change your life? And they go, don't know. It's a hard one. Well, I might suggest some of these. Would you like to own your own business? Would you like a free vacation? I'm going to throw out ideas. Something's going to resonate. Something's going to go, they're going to go, yeah, I like that one. Use it and build on it from there. So it's okay to throw out examples to them. The truth guarantee, and there are lots of versions on this. Everybody says, I'll give you a money-back guarantee on this product. Every late-night infomercial tells you the same thing. Do I have a guarantee for you in this business? Absolutely. I have a guarantee that if you do nothing, your life will not change. That's my guarantee. I don't care if it's with my opportunity or somebody else's opportunity. If you don't change something in your life will not change. I guarantee it. Now, in their mind, they're going, wow, I got this crappy job, and I got to get up in the early morning, and my wife wants to kill me, and I thought I'd better let that one sink in a little bit. Something I want to change. That's the guarantee. It's a great way to close somebody when they're on the fence. Do they really want to do this? Do they not? And you look at them and you go, what happens if you don't do this opportunity? The answer is nothing. They sit there and they look at you and they go, I don't know if I really want to do this. Say, you're right. Take your time. However much time you want to take to think about it, that's okay. Because I can guarantee you nothing about your life is going to change in the meantime. Let them think about that answer as they're going along. Now, when you're recruiting, and these are ones you're going to have to study, you need to get familiar with these. I'm not going to read them to you now because I know everybody here is literate. Here's my response to there are too many consultants right now. Anybody ever heard that objection before? I want to sign up, there's too many people. So I tell you what, here in Oklahoma, there's one consultant for every 500 customers. Can you handle 500 customers right now? Would you like to have 500 customers? Doesn't sound intimidating at all. All right, here's one. I'm just too busy. Now, you notice most of these start with, I understand how you feel. You women, this resonates with you like you cannot believe. Over the last 28 years, every time I've been in trouble, my wife says, I'm just telling you how I feel. I hate your guts. I'm just telling you how I feel. I want to kill you. I'm just telling you how I feel. Like that's the magic panacea to tell me anything. But you need to understand, you need to be empathetic with their objection. Don't look at them and go, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. There's too many people selling Scentsy. I understand. Would you like to have 500 customers? I understand why you might think that. I'm not a salesy person. Great, because that's not what I'm looking for. Sounds like you're perfect. You guys can study those on your own, but I want you to know that they're there. have fun, be authentic, be consistent, be growing. Now, on the Facebook page, there's a 40-page version of this same presentation with lots more scripts, lots more details. Did I mention I'm a detailed person? With lots more objections that you can overcome. But you've got to practice your craft. The low-level fruit is just coming up and saying, please join. Or somebody driving behind you going, hey, it's really only $99 to sign up, I want to do that. Now, I love it when that happens, but that's not how you're really going to grow your business. You've got to practice your craft. So learn, study, and practice. And that'll conclude our presentation.
Okay, we're gonna do one more time.